EA Sports. Straight ahead, old veteran Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers take on Joe Flacco and the Baltimore Ravens. With that, let's get up to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. There to call all the action. We welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And, partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Here's Desmond King on the return. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Time to focus in on Phillip Rivers as he brings out the Chargers offense. And looking back to Week 4, Rivers passed John Elway to move into 8th place all-time in passing yards. And the two guys ahead of him now in 6th and 7th, both active, both from his draft class, Charles. Eli Manning and Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, so when you start about draft classes with quarterbacks, obviously 1983 comes up big. I mean, it's got its own show, all right? People talk about it all the time. Elway, of course, was part of that. But this class of 2004, that's Eli Manning, Ben Roethlisberger, and, of course, Phillip Rivers, giving a pretty good run for their money, aren't they?
Yeah, quite a few wins, quite a few Super Bowls in that crew. A first down throw here for Rivers. And incomplete to open things up. Brandon Carr on the coverage there. And the offensive starters here for Los Angeles.
Your NFL Comeback Player of the Year in 2017 was Keenan Allen, who set a Chargers record for most receptions in a season with 102. And he passed Hall of Famer LaDainian Tomlinson in doing so. Played only 9 games in the previous 2 years. He plays with a ferocity that few see on the field, attacks routes downfield, and makes big plays.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. Now Rivers sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Now the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taken in at the 22. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. The man calling the shots in the huddle in his 11th season now, the MVP of Super Bowl 47, and that's Joe Flacco.
Throughout his career, he's been tough, hard-nosed, and certainly durable. Only 6 starts missed in his first 10 seasons and played 16 games 9 times. But for the first time in his career, a little competition headed his way with first-round pick Lamar Jackson from Louisville set to contest for the #1 job.
Now Flacco and the Raven offense come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. A first carry now for Kenneth Dixon, and he powers his way up past the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field, and when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
On the ground with their leading rusher from a season ago, it's Alex Collins. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Collins. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Flacco here on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Flacco. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. First down Ravens as Flacco finds the former Cardinal John Brown. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Illegal touching. Offense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run the counter with Collins. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch. And he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Los Angeles Chargers, you think Week 15, Charles, that win over Kansas City. Look, they're not sneaking up on anybody anymore. This is a team that can make a run in the postseason.
Not only can they make a run at the postseason, their head coach, Anthony Lynn, truly believes in the team because in that win in Week 15, remember, he opted to go for 2 after the late touchdown. It worked, and when they asked him about after the game, he said, it was a no-brainer. With my team, we're going for it. But I'm with you on this team. They're not sneaking up on anyone. Yet they're also going to be a handful for anyone that they're going to play.
And remember, they also beat Pittsburgh in December as well. So this is a team that is very, very talented. Both of those games, by the way, primetime matchups, and the whole nation saw it.
Yeah, the last part, they can go on the road and win. That's a big, big deal because of that defense.
Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. And here are the Raven defensive starters.
Still going strong at age 33 in this secondary is Eric Weddle. 6 interceptions, tied for 3rd in the NFL in 2017, but that's just a small part of what he does. Plays the run very well, has great intelligence in the secondary, make sure everyone's organized and in the right spots, and has the instincts to break a play when necessary and create a bigger one.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Rivers on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Baltimore's offense coming back onto the field. And for the Ravens, Charles, it's really no question that the season sort of changed when Lamar Jackson was put in at quarterback. He ran off 4 wins in his first 5 starts. The only loss in that stretch, overtime at Kansas City. And he really gave him life, didn't he?
He certainly did. And give credit to the Baltimore Ravens staff led by head coach John Harbaugh to not only make the change, but institute the type of offense that would give him a chance to be successful. Heavy run-based, him being a full part of the run game, and it has confounded defenses around the league so far. Is it sustainable? That's a question for another day. For right now, he's got a chance to run them into the playoffs.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On 1st, they go right back to Collins. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. On 1st and goal, Dixon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
A break from the ground game here. Flacco. And he floats one there, incomplete. Michael Crabtree, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
From the 2-yard line yet again. Let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Operating out of the gun. Flacco. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Michael Crabtree. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens will extend their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. To return it now, here's King. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Phillip Rivers now gears up to lead the offense on the field. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They go play action. Rivers. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now Gordon on first down. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. From the gun, Rivers. And caught, right side, Green. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Here's Drew Kaiser now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now Flacco and the Raven offense come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. The drive starts with a run by Collins. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Second down, Flacco now. Caught by Snead over the middle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, they go with Dixon. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Someone's looking fresh, and his O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
On 2nd down, Collins. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Two 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 2nd down, Flacco to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
The Ravens on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. Flacco from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Travis Benjamin deep for the Chargers. The Chargers getting set to go. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. They showed a little athletic juke, but then the daylight quickly closed. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for L.A. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Fielded at the 33. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Ravens taking the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Now Flacco and the Raven offense come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll begin the drive with Collins. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
This is Collins on the handoff. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Corey Legion in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at the 20. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. At the end of one, 14-0 is our score. We're back to Baltimore after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Play fake. Rivers. Green's got it over the middle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. First down, Rivers. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Throwing, Rivers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. On third down, Rivers. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Virgil Green, 41 yards. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. Quarterback loves the receivers, but sometimes his best friend is that tight end.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, isn't it? Because we always talk about the guys out wide and how acrobatic they are. But that tight end, great sight lines, easier throws, they become a bigger and bigger weapon as the NFL evolves.
Caleb Sturgis now for the point after. Sturgis for the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Now Flacco and the Raven offense come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. On the give, this is Collins running left. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Flacco. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And down he'll go at the 25. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Passing play. Flacco. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And we spotlight Keenan Allen as he gets set to go back to work. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter. They're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's 2 sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready, 380.
A 1st down throw here for Rivers. And his throw is incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready, 380.
Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3.
180! 380!
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Toward the sideline, he will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. 3rd catch of this 1st half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down in bounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Finding Green complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Third and short yardage, Rivers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. First target, 1st catch at a 1st down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Set! Run 80!
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Now Rivers going to give to Gordon on the draw. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Ready! Delta!
From the gun, Rivers. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He got 29 yards that time.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive.
Set! 380!
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen.
False start, offense.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They get the penalty yardage back, plus 5 more as they get it to 2nd and 5.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Here you go, man.
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen.
False start, offense.
And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. To the air again here, Rivers. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And now we're all even. Brand new ball game, tie game.
In a sense, you're starting over. Tie ball game, everyone's back to even, back to equal. A good job getting back in it.
Point after now from Sturgis. Sturgis adds the PAT. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And the return man, Chris Moore. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Now Flacco and the Raven offense come up 1st and 10 right at the 30. Flacco looks to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
On the counter, here's Gordon. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen.
False start, offense.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Operating from the gun, Rivers, and that is incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Take it at the 37. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now Flacco and the Raven offense come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. A give left side to Collins. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's Dixon, and he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Corey Liggett makes the stop.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
3rd down, Flacco from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. Trevor Williams there on the coverage.
Well, so many times defensive backs get caught playing the man rather than the football, but not in this case. That's an excellent play. Did exactly what you're supposed to do. Attack the football and help break up the pass.
And, yep, as a result, knocks it down. Here's Sam Cook now. He's been terrific so far. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Ready. 380.
From the gun, Rivers going underneath for Gordon. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Ready.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. Rivers to Allen on the hook up there. 48 yards. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad. Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
Rivers on 1st down. Allen's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long. Yeah, better against man than zone, or? Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Play action now, Rivers. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. He's been a frequent target, and with catches like that, one-handed in the end zone, I'd keep going his way. And he's doing it every which way, isn't he? 2 hands, and in this case, we just saw it with 1 hand. Almost reminds me of a great return of service guy in tennis. No matter how you whack it at him, it comes back at you. In this case, he just envelops it and brings it in. Sturgis for the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. So that drive, 4 plays, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. Moore now to return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively? I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game. Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Not much happening there on 1st down. I thought there might have been a hole for a split second. Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Dad! Wait
give to Collins. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. These guys have punted 4 times. Already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the gun, Flacco. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Dixon. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here's a first down run with Collins. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They run with Collins. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back and forth first half that we've seen. The Ravens on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. Flacco from midfield. It finds Crabtree for the completion. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A first down pickup there, Flacco to Crabtree.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Flacco now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Flacco from the gun. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Incomplete on first down. Now Flacco on 2nd. Kenneth Dixon, the running back, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. They go pass again with Flacco. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Melvin Ingram in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt, and that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement, so now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Getting set to go again here on offense, Keenan Allen marches back onto the field. Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, or former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with a touchdown.
Yes.
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped it off, so you feel that at the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying, okay, what are we going to do to take things away from him? Because I'm not sure the other guys can make those sort of plays. So let's make sure that we don't let him get going again.
Rivers. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And before the second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, Rivers. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rivers now to throw on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Allen. Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They go play action. Rivers. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Fifteen seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. Now Collins. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On 2nd down, Flacco to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 54 yards away. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
In the game you're watching, it's the veteran Phillip Rivers, who's up to his old tricks. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now Flacco and the Raven offense come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And again, it's Collins. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And that is incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup here as he'll get up to about the 22-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On play action, Rivers. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Here's Drew Kaiser now, standing just outside his own goal line. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And taken right on the 30. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Now Flacco and the Raven offense come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. 20. And they'll run it here. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Second down, Flacco now. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at the 20. A first down throw here for Rivers. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Baltimore gets set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on 1st down? Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Passing play. Flacco toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Flacco, and he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Joey Bosa in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Ready. Round 80.
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon and able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Ready. 390.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. And this is incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Ready. Delta.
A 2nd down throw for Rivers. And that'll be incomplete. Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Off the play fake here, Rivers. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for L.A. Taken in at the 22. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Joe Flacco and company heading back out onto the field. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. Here's Collins. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Flacco here on 2nd down. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll try and run forward with Collins. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows the offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
Throwing here on 1st down, Flacco. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets it down to the 32. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Flacco throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Michael Crabtree there, and it's 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. 3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good, and that'll bring him back within a point. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a 1st down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. 1st down, Rivers. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now Gordon on 1st down. Finding room to the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
They go play action here on 1st down. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he showcases the spin, a pretty good gain before he's taken down. 8 yards here, so that gets him back within striking distance. And now it's third down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third.
Ready, 380.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Caleb Sturgis now for the Charger field goal. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Now it's Sturgis converted on the field goal. Now he'll send this one away on the kickoff. Moore now on the return. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now Flacco and the Raven offense come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now Flacco. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd down, this is Collins. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a 1st down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. They look to throw on 1st and 10 to Flacco. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Incomplete on 1st down. Now Flacco on 2nd. Drops it underneath to Dixon. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, Flacco. He's got his man in the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. And again, it's Flacco to throw. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
On the draw, Flacco to Dixon. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Setting up to throw, Flacco. Now they go screen. It's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Flacco will come to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They go again with Collins. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down.
False start, offense.
Now, 4th and short, had your offense out there. That one stings.
And you know something? Your options change dramatically. Not only is it tougher to go for it, but what if you decided just to line up and try and draw them off sides? If you did it on 4th and short, you could pick up the cheap 1st down. Now, you still won't get a 1st down even if you do exactly the same thing.
Here we go, 4th down, 4th quarter, Flacco. And that is incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time, doesn't work out. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing completion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 11. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell them to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And the Ravens have got it.
looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. So the fumble recovery, now Flacco to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Flacco to throw here on 3rd down. And able to find John Brown. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On 1st and goal, Collins. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
On 2nd down, Flacco to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Flacco from the gun. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early.
False start, offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and grind some clock with Gordon. There's the stiff arm. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Brandon Carr there to make the stop.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Ready. Delta.
2nd down, Rivers. His throw incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Set. Block the team.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for L.A. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. Now Joe Flacco and the offense heading back out onto the field. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
1st and 10 here for Flacco. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Melvin Ingram able to disrupt yet another pass play, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And the pressure gets to him again. Melvin Ingram getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Flacco and the Ravens now, after the sack, need something good here on 3rd and long. To pass, Flacco. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big-time 3rd down play for the Ravens. 56 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early.
False start, offense.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Flacco fakes the give, sets to throw. Man open left side is Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Big chunks of yardage the last few plays, and the Ravens have another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And they'll run it here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
That false start costly. Moves him back to the 9 now, 1st and goal. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Collins. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Alex Collins, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Here's Flacco. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. To return it now, here's King. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And we spotlight Keenan Allen as he gets set to go back to work. He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
Well, look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. And an alley to run, eluding the pressure right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, Rivers. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help them big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a 1st down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On first, they go right back to Collins. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. How about this? Flacco setting to throw it over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Crabtree that time, and it's 3rd and 4.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
It came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. This is Collins on the handoff. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Pressure mounting. Flacco. That's complete right around the 8. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. Showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a pickup of 3, but still little work to do on 3rd and goal. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. So out come the Chargers. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Rivers. Wide open. It's Allen, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. And he clocks it with just over 30 seconds left. Now Rivers. And he's going to find that man yet again, Keenan Allen. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Rivers to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. To a knee goes Flacco, and that should be it. Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the 4th quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme.
Go.
I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.